North Carolina Representative Greg Murphy is joining us now. Thank you, sir, for taking some time out. I do want to talk to you about the stakes here. Stakes very high, as you know. Government funding runs out in less than 40 days. You've got one of the U.S.'s biggest allies, Israel, in the midst of a full-scale war. You've got Ukraine dangerously low on munitions, according to the Pentagon. How long is this going to take? Because the House is paralyzed right now. How long do you see this taking before you're able to get a speaker in place?
Well, we're going to have a meeting at 12:15 today, and I think Speaker nominee Scalise is going to basically say, all right, let's lay the cards out on the table and see what the grievances are. He's had several different discussions with people. You know, Steve won yesterday, and Jim is an excellent individual. But Steve was the nominee. So, you know, this may take a while. You know, we have now a 24-hour news cycle, and these things have happened before. This is how the sausage is made. And so here we are. It's absolutely a difficult situation we're in. I hope we get something resolved today.
I know you put on X, formerly known as Twitter, that this is a 24-hour news cycle, that it's destroyed Congress. We have Dems and Republicans chasing cameras rather than doing the business of the people. But you are here with us in front of the camera. Can you tell us who you support?
At this point in time, Scalise is our nominee, and I support him.
Okay, so you support Scalise. I want to read you a little something here. You know, in the votes, if the votes were cast today, Scalise, as you mentioned, would not likely win because he has plenty of detractors, one of whom talked to our Kate Bolduan. I want to let you listen to that. Oh, I apologize. We don't have that, but I do want to talk to you about this. Another of your colleagues, before Mr. Scalise entered Congress, he delivered a speech to a white supremacist group founded by former Ku Klux Klan member David Duke. And he said, I'm David Duke without the baggage. And that is why Nancy Mace, Representative Mace, said that she couldn't bring herself to vote for him initially. What do you do about that racist stain on his record? What do you think about that? And is it something that you feel like the public can forgive?
Well, I think Ms. Mace, it's a little bit unfortunate because she sure took his money and his support during her other races. You know, let's just put it this way. There are some individuals that are trying to push this crisis for every fundraising dollar that they can get. We've seen that type of behavior both on Republican and Democrat side. It's unfortunate because the American public sees these things as unprofessional, and it's a bad name on Congress. I hope we have some people that grow up here. Yes, here I'm on camera. I don't chase it. I'm not on 15 programs a day. But we have those individuals who feel like their word is greater than others in Congress, again, on both Republican and Democrat side. We have to remember this is a team sport. It's not an individual sport. This is a team sport, and individuals need to know that. So.
Yeah, to be fair to you, I do not see you on 15 different shows a day. I see you once or twice talking about the important issues here. I do want to lastly ask you about this. Another of your Republican colleagues, Michael McCaul from Texas, said this: the world is watching. And they're seeing a dysfunctional democracy here in the United States. And that is what the Ayatollah of Iran wants. That is what Chairman Xi wants, to say that democracy does not work. And he said, and that last bit is important, we need to prove them wrong here in America. Do you worry that this is just one more thing that diminishes the U.S. position in the world right now?
Oh, yes. I think, Winston Churchill said democracy is the worst form of government in the world except all the others. Yeah, it doesn't diminish us. I think what has diminished us, honestly, is you go back to Afghanistan when Biden began his disastrous withdrawal from Afghanistan. That is when the tenure, that is when the view of American foreign policy especially has gone downhill. I adamantly believe Ukraine started because of the vacuum that was seen in Afghanistan, and now we see other things that have gone off worldwide because of the incompetency, I believe, of the Biden administration in foreign affairs. $6 billion was given just a few weeks ago to Iran for, quote, humanitarian purposes. We all know that money is fungible and can be used for whatever. It's just a different thing. It's one thing to have an outlook that everybody should be happy and get along. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live in a world like that? But that's just not the reality when we deal with evil regimes. Iran, China, North Korea. And so we have to be strong about that. Yeah, democracy is messy, especially, again, with the 24-hour news cycle. But this is what happens, and I still believe this is the greatest form of government.
Critics of the Republican former president, Donald Trump, would say that some of the deterioration came down to Trump being a skeptic of NATO, Trump getting close to, you just talked about North Korea, the leader of North Korea, and treating him as an equal as opposed to a nemesis. But there are lots of arguments being made, and the most important thing right now is that Congress gets it together and is able to function. We hope that that happens soon. Greg Murphy, thank you so much for taking a bit of time to speak with me today.
All right,
I
Sarah.
appreciate your
Have
time.
a great day.